Well, good morning.
Hey guys.
I want to tell y'all, I can't wait to get on the Prima. Guess why? I have been looking at all the nooks and crannies that these three guys can hide in. I know it all. Y'all gonna get some good footage, and let me know in the comments what you want them to do, because I am going to record it and load it. You know, I shoot and load, shoot and load. So here we go. We got the mustard drill up top.
The one and only.
Yes. And don't worry. You don't have to worry if he's getting any footage out by 1920 or 2050. Because guess what? Everywhere he goes, I'm going to get it.
Yeah, I do think we need video evidence that Scott is out there still recording. So that is going to be fun.
Yeah. I am still vlogging like a maniac when I'm on these cruises. I am sitting on terabytes of video. I just need to assemble into vlogs.
Yes.
And then you have Eddie Lugo Studios, who, with Alice's help, will be on somebody's camera. And you know I'm gonna get you in anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're no
Stay tuned to Alice Lugo Studios to catch Eddie in action.
Right. And you guys, I found I'm gonna tell you what I got. Everybody can say what they got, but I found Starbucks gingerbread K-cups. Man, it's like I want to put some whipped cream in my coffee and drink it, you know. So anyway,
yep,
I'm here.
Oh snap, we got Pickles too.
Is here. And
hey Pickles.
I know. I'm here. Pickles is here. But I'm gonna step out after a while, because you know what? Let me tell y'all a secret. You know, the weather. See, Jeremy has been listening to Scott and Eddie for a lot of manly advice. So today the weather got a little cool here.
61 degrees here in Galveston.
Not cold, but cool.
It's cold.
You know what he did? He went and got a hoodie, put that hoodie on, and zipped it up. And I said, seriously?
I know that's right.
But it wasn't that. We stayed right here on the water. It was a cool breeze. Maybe stop that nonsense. It was a cool breeze. And I'm sure me and Eddie would have appreciated that cool breeze.
Oh, Harvey.
Yeah, it was a cool breeze, not a cold jacket weather. He had me put the kids will probably lose their coats today because they went out with big burly coats on like it was 30 degrees or so outside.
Yeah.
But anyway, welcome in, you guys.
Yeah, good morning and welcome into the Hump Day Shenanigans. Today is Wednesday, November 15th, and we are Go Live Together, your morning team. If you are here for the replay, first of all, thank you so much for watching the show, and comment hashtag replay. That way we know that you were here. But for those of you that are here right now for the show, good morning and welcome in. First up is one of our members, Cruising in the High Seas and Travel, has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning, Rob.
And Rob has a question for everybody. How would you feel if you booked the inaugural sailing, but the ship will be ready 1 week early and they have a sailing for that week? Leave a comment below. And that actually happened on a ship, and people were feeding John Heald's page with, all kind of crazy stuff.
In fact, it came on the news. We saw it on the news. That's what we saw this story.
Yeah, and people were not too happy about that because it's supposed to be an inaugural sailing, and it turned out not to be.
And, the question was, how would you feel if it was you? So,
yep,
I would be upset.
Good morning. Traveling with Tinkerbell has made it into the chat. And she says, good morning, everyone. Wishing you a fantastic day. This morning, we are at a cool 58 degrees, high of 80.
God, that's a big difference.
Yeah, it is. That's living in the South, though. Yo, Brooklyn in the house. Eddie Lugo Studios has made it. And good morning. I hope you guys are warm enough. Mike and J&S Adventures have come in.
Allied reinforcements have arrived from the north.
Oh, yeah, they made it in spite of the weather. Danny D, the spectacular supporter, has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Ocean Travel is up early. Hey, Bruce.
Good morning.
Okay, let me tell you, Bruce, Cindy, SCT, CME, they got a wonderful cruise coming out in 2026.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know all the details. I forget.
Right.
But it's a good cruise. It's a good cruise.
Cool beans.
Uh-huh.
Journeys with June and Brady says, good morning, beautiful people.
Good morning.
And June, when he puts his foot down, try to put his foot down, I stomp on it, girl. I stomp on it like it might be mashed potatoes.
Well, you bounce too. Come on and bounce.
Good morning. Controversial Cruising has made it in. Hello.
Good morning.
Welcome in. Oh, snap. We got a donation of fresh fruit. Scott McNeil has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott.
Welcome.
And how is your day going?
That's right. DJ's family and friends, travels, and more has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey,
Good morning.
DJ.
Okay. Traveling with Tinkerbell has a question. Good morning, Scott. Is it because you don't have time to edit?
Is what because I don't have time to edit?
I know. I was wondering the same thing.
Yeah, his megabytes of what do you call those things?
Oh yeah, because yes, I mean if that's what you're talking about, yes, that's why I'm sitting on so much. Yes, because I'm so busy. Like and not that I don't have time. Like I guess I could do it. It's just that one thing leads to another, and then I'm just like, and you gotta be in the right mind. Okay, because as vloggers, you surely understand that regardless of how you shot your vlog, it could be this type of vlog or that type of vlog based on the edit, right? So I really need to be in the right mind to do the edit in the way that I was intending it to be when I shot it.
Yep. Bamanola Adventures has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning, Bama.
Will G, working and listening. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Castawagos, welcome back.
Hey,
That's the way it goes.
And it says, what up, though, everyone in Miami getting ready for our first side-by-side. I know that's right.
yes.
Enjoy.
Miami, baby.
We love, I love selling out of Miami. Miami is awesome. Oh, snap. House of X Entertainment Inc. has made it in. Good morning. Right. Welcome to the party.
My last side-by-side was Carnival Celebration and Margaritaville.
Yeah.
Yep. And yes, Mike and Rihanna has a programming update for the muster drill. Scott's vlogs will be out in 2050.
Yep. 2050, I tell you.
I'll be dead by then.
But don't even.
So I used to be like, I wasn't an actual photographer. I used to do photography all the time, right? I have enough equipment to be a photographer, but I never did it for an actual living. But I did do it often, and I learned a lot about it. And I used to support a photography department and a graphics department in an IT environment. So I learned a lot about photography and stuff like that too. So, one of the things they say in photography is doing all of this post-production is great, but the best way to take a picture is to make sure that you get that picture right in post, or not in post, but like in camera, right? So you take that picture, and get all your settings dialed in and everything else correctly for at the time you're taking the picture. So it's kind of the same thing with the vlog, right? I try to shoot my vlogs in a way, I already have a vision of how I want that vlog to be. So I shoot that vlog in that way, but it could easily go a completely different direction if the edit's not correct, even though I've, filmed it in a way. And when I'm looking at my different segments and my different sections of my vlog, I can, if it's been a while, it will jog my memory just based on me watching the different clips on where I was going with it in the direction I wanted it to be. But again, I still need that. Still need that mindset, and I still need that time and that direction and that focus in order to sit down and produce it. The Bucky's video was kind of like a one-off for me, right? Because I was able to like film that and edit it and get it out there all in a short amount of time. But
and I'm just the opposite. I don't need focus. I just put it out there.
Yep. Traveling with Tinkerbell says, in 2 weeks, I will be sailing on the brand new Celebrity Ascent, and the ship leaves at 8 p.m. I will be going live from the ship on that day.
Nice.
That's right. And yep. DJ is about to fix his phone so he can get a good editing app. Okay.
So, one of the things, now that I've reached my loyalty goal in all of these different lines that I've, been sailing for a while, now looking for a new line to possibly build some loyalty in. Celebrity is certainly one of those options. Although, here's the thing with Celebrity, because I have the loyalty in Royal Caribbean, it doesn't so they don't do a match like MSC does into the Celebrity Captains Club, but you do get the same perks on Celebrity that you would get in the Captains Club for whatever it is your status is in Crown and Anchor on Royal. So it's kind of like I almost don't need that status on Celebrity either, because it'll always kind of match in the benefits, right?
Right.
So I'm really got my fingers crossed that my Prima experience is going to possibly make that new line NCL. So
yeah,
that'll work. And let's see, we are all caught up in the chat, which means that it is now time for me to show you what is going on down here in the Galveston area. And what you are looking at here is a live look at the wide open sky. The rains have come and gone. And today we are waking up to 61 degrees with 82% humidity and sunny. This afternoon, if you are coming in, we're only going up to 68 degrees. The humidity is going up to 74%, and it's going to be partly cloudy. So, yeah. That's what our current situation is here.
So does that mean you're going to bring out a big coat?
Not a big coat. No, the big coat comes out when we get into the late 40s.
Listen, my wife just said to me last night about this whole Prima trip. She said to me, she's like, do you know how you're going to pack and stuff like that or whatever? And I was like, because the big deal is me getting back from that cruise and having enough time to do laundry in order to get on another cruise 2 days later, right?
Right.
And she was like, so one of the things you could do is just take all your take all your summer stuff. And then she was like, and since you're flying back in, then I'll bring all your winter stuff then for you sailing out of New Jersey. And I was like, listen, it's January. I said, Galveston's not Miami, right? It's going to be cold there, right? I'm going to need winter stuff when I go to Galveston.
Yeah. If our Vista sailing was a telltale of how it's going to be, it is going to be in the mid 40s. And the only way that you're going to get warm is if you stand in the open sun. Now, we did have a Christmas sailing where the wind chill was 7 degrees.
Wow.
7.
And I never warmed up until I got back home off the ship.
And that was our one going out to Key West. And I remember that sailing very vividly. So it's going to have to be where you check the weather or give us a call right before you leave for the airport and see how many battery packs you're going to need. Right.
Well, I have
Wait a minute.
plenty of battery packs here. 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
all.
Look like you covered, man.
Bring them all.
Yeah. And Journeys with June and Brady says, even when it's cool, it's humid. Yeah. Very humid.
Yes, very.
Yeah.
And let's see, DJ says, yeah, I'm going to be doing more videos this week and this weekend. It's going to be very nice until Monday here. Yes. Practice with your equipment before you try to take it on a cruise ship.
Yep.
And, definitely put some practice videos out. That way you're in practice before you go on your vacation.
Oh, it's cold.
Because I didn't do that on this past cruise, and I'm going to have to use every bit of everything that I captured in order to come up with anything on the J&S side. Mike and Rana has
cold.
weather update. It is 28 degrees Fahrenheit here and cloudy.
It's not much warmer here.
Oh,
I know he's cold.
yep. The mother and daughter duo has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Jennifer from Embarkation Nation. Good morning. Welcome in.
Good morning.
And it says, I feel like it already has been slightly cooler earlier this year. Trying to figure out our winter cruise wear as well. Us too.
Us too.
Us too.
They live like a lot further south than you, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It's about a 5-hour drive. Well, I would say 4.5-hour drive from us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's
pretty far.
They live in a beach place too.
It's still humid by the water. That's the deal.
That's for real.
Humid.
Well.
Oh yeah, it's 72 degrees there.
Oh God.
Yeah.
It's hot.
And let's see, we are all caught up in the chat again, which means that it is now time for Jeremy to let you know what happened on this day in history. In 1315, the Swiss Confederation achieved its first great military success against the Austrian Habsburgs at the Battle of Morgarten.
Bananas.
Bananas. Yeah, everybody knew that was bananas.
Garden.
In 1630, Johannes Kepler, the German astronomer who discovered 3 major laws of planetary motion, died in Regensburg, Germany. In 1818, the Congress of
Bananas. Just go skip it.
La Chapelle,
But just stop it.
the first of 4 congresses held by Great Britain, Austria, Prussia, Russia, and France, following the Napoleonic Wars, concluded. I almost didn't make that one. In 1848, Pellegrino Rossi, a former member of the Carbonaria, was assassinated in Rome during the revolutions of 1848. In 1864, Union General William Bananas Sherman began his march to the sea from Atlanta to Savannah, Georgia, laying waste to the economic resources of the state as he sought to crush white Southern civilian support of the Confederate cause. His campaign helped end the American Civil War. In 1884, the Berlin West Africa Conference opened, in which the major European nations met to decide all questions connected with the Congo River Basin of Central Africa. In 1885, St. Joseph Mukasa, one of the martyrs of Uganda, was beheaded by order of Mwanga Kakaba.
Stop it.
Kabaka,
Ruler
of Uganda.
Bananas. Thank you.
In 1889, Emperor Pedro II of Brazil was forced to abdicate by a group of military officers led by Manuel Deodoro da Fonseca.
Francesca.
Yeah, but the S comes before the C. That's what messed me up. In 1891, German Field Marshal Erwin Rommel, who led the Africa Corps to spectacular victories during World War II, was born. In 1891, W. Averell Harriman, a statesman and leading U.S. diplomat in relations with the Soviet Union during World War II and the Cold War, was born. Oh, nice. In 1904, American inventor King Camp Gillette was granted a U.S. patent for the first razor with disposable blades.
Nice.
In 1938, a farewell parade was held in Barcelona, Spain, for the volunteers of the International Brigades who had fought for the Republicans during the Spanish Civil War. In 1959, the Clutter family was discovered and murdered on their Kansas farm, and their deaths, as well as the capture, conviction, and execution of 2 drifters, inspired Truman Capote's classic nonfiction novel, In Cold Blood.
Very good book. Very good book.
In 1978, American anthropologist Margaret Mead, whose great fame owed as much to the force of her personality and her outspokenness as it did to the quality of her scientific work, died at the age of 76. In 2001, Microsoft released Xbox, a video game console system. In 2011, Duke University basketball coach Mike recorded his 903rd career win.
What is his last name? What is Mike's last name? Just say it out loud, so Scott can.
Krzyzewski. That's the best. That's the best I can do. Surpassing Bob Knight to become the winningest really coach in NCAA Division I men's history. How am I supposed to not have a banana at this moment right now? Becoming the winningest coach in NCAA. Yeah, okay. That was
what is
poorly
Mike's
written.
last name?
I know. Some of these articles, I'm just like...
Krzyzewski.
No.
Krzyzewski. Krzyzewski. Yeah.
Guy.
Bam. My friend is Polish. I don't want to hear it.
And
that, for on this day in history. All right. Krzyzewski, the winningest. The winningest.
The winning.
I saw it. She saw it. And
we all saw it.
Let's see.
Not a coffee.
Hey.
Mayhem and Miracles has made it in. Good morning.
Hey.
Good morning.
I'll see you at 11.
Yes. Shancer Travels has joined us. Hello, working and lurking.
Good morning.
Hola, Shannon.
Yep. Let's see who else has joined the party.
Rob is here too.
Yeah, Najuma Brown.
Good morning.
Jeremy with definitely bananas, not Eddie. Maybe Eddie too. Yep. And Mayhem and Miracles is going live at 12 noon Eastern today. Be sure to check that out.
Yes.
Nettie and JT. Hey. How cold is it in Chi-Town? We want to know.
And Traveling with Tinkerbell was live at 7 Eastern last night.
Yeah, I know, right?
She's going to be live at 8 Eastern tonight.
Be sure to cover that. Across the Waves is definitely tonight. They're going to come up with a new port for you guys. Be sure to check that out. And yeah, Mike and Rihanna said we're all going bananas.
Yes,
that'll do it right there. M&T Living and Cooking, welcome in. Welcome
Good
back.
morning.
And here in South Central Pennsylvania, we are frozen bananas.
Oh, okay. So here's an update on the banana moment. It is pronounced Shashevsky.
Oh, see? Told you.
You told me that?
Well, I told you were saying it wrong.
Banana.
Oh, stop.
Okay, here we go. Nettie and JT says 44 degrees, now high of 66 degrees.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
It's colder where Scott is.
Yep.
See, like I think I could deal with weather like that, where it was cold in the morning and warm in the afternoon and stuff like that. But now it just stays cold here.
you do crazy stuff like leave your hoodie in the vehicle and you can't get back to it, and the evening cold hits and you end up freezing. Okay, that's what
Especially
that's
when
what
the sun
happens
goes
here.
down.
After the sun goes down, you better have that hoodie in hand.
I have 2 hoodies and a coat
Yeah,
that all have heating elements inside them.
oh, that'll work.
And because it's Christmas shopping season, I'm eyeballing some socks and other kind of stuff that does that too. I'm thinking to myself, I just could like walk around in my own like environment, right?
Yeah.
Like an independent environment.
You can do that. And let's see. We are all caught up in the chat, which means that it is now time for Scott to bring us the cruise and travel industry news.
Good morning, cruise news with Scott.
And hoodies with batteries.
Brought to you by Hoodies with Batteries.
Exactly.
That's right.
Damn.
Come on, man. I got to read now.
Yes.
And it's a tragic story, too. It's sad.
Yes, and you're
Come on,
laughing.
Cruise guest dies after boat tour sinks in the Bahamas. Approximately 11 a.m. on Tuesday, November 14th, a double-decker cruise tour boat en route to Blue Lagoon Island from the Nassau cruise port encountered rough waters and larger than expected waves, causing the boat to take on water and tip dangerously. Ultimately, the boat sank completely, though the water in the area was only approximately 20 feet deep, or 6 meters for you Canadians, deep, and the upper part of the vessel was still visible above the waterline after the water intake stabilized. Today, at approximately 11 a.m., a vessel from Blue Lagoon Island started taking on water and became partially submerged. Emergency teams from the island quickly arrived to render assistance. Passengers and 5 staff members were located and brought to the island, and 2 passengers were taken to hospitals for additional care. Initial police reports indicate that the boat was on a snorkeling excursion to a popular activity at Blue Lagoon Island, but it may have been a ferry to the island before a beach snorkeling tour. Video from the incident shared on social media, which also has more than 10,000 comments, show guests on board wearing life jackets and moving to one side of the boat as the craft lists dangerously to the other side, and later guests are seen jumping into the water from the sinking boat to try to reach other nearby boats. Local authorities, including the Royal Bahamas Defense Force, Blue Lagoon, and nearby vessels all assisted in the evacuation before the boat getting everyone safely ashore. Unfortunately, a 75-year-old woman died in the incident, though the details of her death have not been confirmed, nor her identity. It's unknown whether or not she had any pre-existing health concerns that could have been aggravated by the frightening incident, while 2 other guests were taken to hospitals as precautions. A statement from Blue Lagoon Island confirmed that all the passengers on board the vessel were from cruise ships, but has not detailed if they were all from a single ship or from multiple ships, but they were all cruise ship cruise ship passengers. There were 5 ships in the port of Nassau that day: the Celebrity Summit, Norwegian Pearl, Independence of the Seas, Disney Wish, and Carnival Liberty. It is possible that guests from more than one cruise line were aboard the stricken vessel, as different tour groups from the same organization are often combined for transportation. No cruise line has issued a statement or comment on the incident at this time. We have quick video from TikTok that we're just going to run here to kind of give you a visual of what was going on there firsthand. So.
And there is some language that is shared in this video
Yeah.
So if you have little kids, we strongly suggest that you get them out of the room, at least for this segment.
Yep.
Our boat is sinking. So that's fun. Everybody's freaking out. Literally sinking.
Wow.
I'm on the top floor of a ferry.
Yep.
Man. Oh man.
Yeah. So, I mean, unfortunately, I'm glad that there weren't more serious, injuries, but I think one death is enough, right?
Yes.
For it to still be a, serious thing. And it is kind of the inspiration for today's question as well. So, moving on to something a little bit better. Margaritaville at Sea will launch 3-night sailings in 2024. I'm feeling a Margaritaville revisit in 2024. Perfect for weekend getaways. The new sailings for next year are in response to guest feedback from last August, which revealed a demand for longer voyages. From August to November of 2024, Margaritaville's itineraries offer round-trip sailings from Palm Beach that leave on Fridays and arrive on Mondays. This allows passengers to spend an extra day at sea before visiting Grand Bahama Island for the 9.5-hour-long visit. According to the cruise line, the longer time on board will allow passengers to fully explore Margaritaville at Sea experience. These cruises will take place aboard the Margaritaville's Paradise, originally was Costa Classica, so it was an original Costa ship. So it says here the ship also has a casino, spas, theaters, fitness centers, pools, and shops. Capable of accommodating 1,300 passengers. Paradise was built in the early 90s when it was originally christened as the Costa Classica. It was refurbed in 2022. Guests can expect new dining and entertainment options like JWB Steakhouse and It's 5 O'Clock Somewhere bar. The new voyages will complement Margaritaville's other cruises, 2-night sailings that leave Mondays and Wednesdays. It also offers cruise and stay packages that allow guests to combine a single night cruise to and from Freeport with resort accommodations in the Bahamas. The cruise line Margaritaville at Sea was established in 2014 as Bahamas Paradise Cruise Line. It was renamed last year when it became part of Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville brand. Last month, Margaritaville acquired its second ship, the Margaritaville at Sea Islander. No, Islander. Previously, that was my bananas moment. No, it's Islander. So previously, the Costa Atlantica. Though there's been no information on when the Islander will be entering service. So that's really great news. I did think to myself, it would be cool if they did offer a longer, voyage option. So because as much hate as that cruise ship and that cruise line gets, that really is one of the best cruise experiences I ever had, although short, right? That ship, even though it's old and stuff like that, there was just so much happening on it. And I really felt like there was nothing about that experience that had me thinking that I had made a mistake. I really had a great time on that ship. And I cannot say enough about, just how good the show was and just everything. And I think that Scott from Controversial Cruising also had a very positive experience aboard that ship as well. So, and it's cool that they're going to be having a second ship. They used to have 2 ships. They got rid of one during an old Carnival ship. I think they got rid of it during the shutdown. So it's great that they're going to be bringing another ship into the fleet as well. So definitely looking forward to a longer cruise on Margaritaville.
And that's the way the news goes.
All right. And let's see. The Bud Files have made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I know. I would be freaked out if the boat started sinking as well. The first 2 excursions that we ever took was on this past cruise, on the booze cruise. So, yeah, I don't know how I would have done had that happened. But then again, we didn't get back on the water. We went on a hop on, hop off, and then we went to Paradise Beach. So I think we still kept it safe on that one. Let's see. And yeah, speaking of your question, wait, hold on.
Okay, I'm back.
Hold on. Okay. Yeah. We also heard about this too. Journeys with June and Brady says, I heard someone has gone missing again, this time on the Glory.
Yes.
Yeah, we heard about that one also.
I figured I did not run that story today because I figured one tragic story was enough for the day. So
right. And let's see. CNS Travel. Yo. Good morning, everyone. Welcome in. And let's see. We are all caught up in the chat, which means that it is now time for Scott's question of the day, which is, who is to blame for excursion mishaps?
So you know what? Here, my answer may surprise everyone. I really think, because I'm all about something making these cruise lines more accountable for the things that happen, because I am beyond positive that the liability shield that this industry has, worked so hard to create is definitely a factor in a lot of their decision-making processes, because they know that if anything goes wrong, it's not their fault. So whether it is or it isn't, they're not going to be held accountable for it. So I know that they factor that into a lot of decisions. So I'm all about making them more accountable. But believe it or not, I think the lion's share of any responsibility falls on the person, the passenger, because for some reason, I realize we're on vacation, we're having a good time, we want to do things, right? Not everybody wants to just sit around and do nothing on vacation. We want to go places, we want to do things, but I don't think enough thought is put into just exactly what it is that you're about to do. So, you arrive there on a big ship and you want to go to this place and check this place out or whatever. And I think you don't ask yourself, I'm not in the United States anymore.
Right.
I'm in a country that does not have all of the same regulations and safety, requirements and this and that and inspections and all this other stuff. I'm in this kind of other place where none of that is happening. And, you need to start taking more personal responsibility of, is this a good idea? And although I want to go there and I want to do that stuff and and I should be able to, you have to ask yourself, is it worth my life? Is it worth some type of serious injury? And I can't imagine anybody would say yes. So I really feel like Americans abroad have too much of an American idea or American thought process. And I really feel like, you need to take more personal responsibility and not put yourself in that kind of situation. So.
Yep. Eddie?
Well, I will tell you one thing. I agree with Scott 100%. That's all I got to say.
Okay.
You're responsible for your own actions.
let me tell you, and Eddie and Scott know this. My daughter went on her first cruise. I told her, don't. I said, baby, don't do that. She didn't listen to me. I said, baby, don't go to that place. Don't. She didn't listen to me. She went out there in a banana boat, shaped like a banana. And the boat capsized.
Mm-hmm.
And her boyfriend was out there videotaping it. I said, don't do it. Some things and I'm like Scott. I mean, as a parent, a mother, I'm like Scott as well as Eddie. Some things you just don't do.
Yep.
Anything can happen. You can pay $1,000 or $1 million, like the people that went down in that
sub, yeah.
Some things your brain, gray cells should say, no, not today.
Yeah, that's not safe.
Yeah, not today. Let me think about it a little bit, But I'm just saying, when you go on these excursions, think about it. It's your life. It's your vacation. I just think that you should be more safe-minded when you go out and do things. That's what I think.
That's why I like the areas like Roatan or Mahogany Bay. Okay, that is made by Carnival. They are accepting the responsibility of anyone getting hurt because they built that area. You can say that area was safe, but there's also a danger up in the air with that sky lift. I see danger. Okay, it's going over water. There is no life vest that you're wearing at this point. And so it's like, yeah, that's a big chance right there. Even though you're only 20 feet in the air, you take a certain amount of risk whenever you go to these places. However, a capsizing boat or a sinking boat, I agree, should not happen at all. There should be more inspections, regulations, and things like that put into place, not only by the tour operators, but the cruise lines need to step up and take a more hands-on approach whenever it comes to things that they offer. If they offer it, they need to check it out. Yeah, if it's through the cruise line, they need to check it out. That way they can guarantee, well, not guarantee, but
nothing is a guarantee.
They can give you a better understanding that this thing is safe, that they're charging you money for.
Mm-hmm.
Good question.
That's a very good question, because
I think to myself, you're on vacation to have a good time. You want to come back.
Yep.
Alive.
You know what I mean? Right.
All your
And a lot of people may not think about this either, right? There is no place on the planet that has more, for lack of a better way of putting it, more sharks per capita than the Bahamas, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care what the experts are trying to get us to believe, that sharks only bite humans out of mistakes. No. Sharks are like lions and tigers and bears. All right.
Oh my!
If you are in their territory, you know what? You're free game.
Yes.
Right. Okay. And all they want to do is eat, and they don't care what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, these sharks are aggressive, and they're going to eat you. And the last place you want to be doing is bobbing around in the water, whether there's boats a couple of feet away or not. A shark's not going to care about that. It's going to come up and take a bite.
Yep.
Right.
I don't want to be in the water in the Bahamas.
Me either.
Nope. Good morning. Tuber Chat has made it in. Welcome.
Good morning.
And
Well, last time when you guys sent that to me, I didn't want to watch it.
I know, right?
Because knowing me in my condition, being on that boat that would have been going like that, there would have been 2 victims.
Yeah, think about Stingray City, right? Stingray City, that boat looks very similar to the one I took out to Stingray City. And Stingray City is like 2 or 3 miles off the coast.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Where it just literally land looks like this from Stingray City. It's that far away, and it just happens to be there is a shallow spot out there where they take you to see the stingrays. But yeah, not doing it ever again.
And thank you for that share, Kevin. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And let's see, Mike and Rihanna has chimed in. I think it's the excursions company to blame for, as they have to make sure everything is in working order. Yep.
And I'm sorry I keep moving around, everybody. Okay. Somehow, this is a big somehow, I ordered $412 worth of stuff, and I don't remember it. But it's being shipped to me. And I keep getting up when I hear the thing go off, and Jesus, I don't know how I did it. I don't. I promise you.
Well, hopefully there's a return label.
No, I want everything that I bought. Baby, I do. I want everything. And man.
Journeys with June and Brady says, right now, I think people feel so entitled that they lay the blame on anyone but themselves.
That's true. Right. That is very true.
You're right. Yeah. Yep.
And now my daughter that went on that banana boat, you know what she told me? Mama, I just don't think I should go out there in the water. And you know what? She tried to do the water skis. And because, you know, she didn't know how, she couldn't stand up. And the people had to go out there and get her, you know, and I mean, she tries to do all this stuff and it goes awry.
I mean, listen, I'm about excursions, especially when I go to these places for the first time. I want to get out there and see the place, right? You know, and when I was in Jamaica and we're like, you know, in this, you know, tour, and the tour bus is being followed by guys on motorcycles. And the tour guide is telling us about this service that people, you know, obviously you have to have money to afford it, but the laws in Jamaica have been written so that people who work in this service are able to shoot you dead and not go to jail for it, right? Because that place is so dangerous that you have to hire a service to where a protection service, like a security service, to where if you're being robbed or this or that or whatever, and you push this button or whatever, or do whatever, and these people are summoned, when they arrive, they shoot the perpetrators dead, and the laws allow them to do that, right? And so our bus is being followed by that service. And then when they're like, we want to stop so that you can shop, you know, for some souvenirs, and they pull up to this gate and they beep the horn, and all of a sudden this guy starts walking back this gate, and he's got a machine gun over his shoulder.
Yep.
And we're pulled into this compound with razor wire all over the place. And then we get out and we go into a shop and we shop and stuff like that, and we come out. When you're in a place like that, clearly you've taken a serious risk.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. Being away from that ship. Right. So I'm just like, you know, I feel the need to excursion, but at the same time, I really feel like, you know, some decisions to go some places, to do some things are very ill-conceived.
That's right.
And Scott McNeil has one right here. He says, even where I live in Panama City Beach, we had a parasailing cable snap and 2 girls hit a hotel.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Man. Yeah. After I found out if my daughter was okay, I said, I told you so.
You
know?
Yeah.
Yep. Nettie and JT agree with Jeremy, but at the same time, life is a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that is true.
he
Yeah,
took
and Tinkerbell says here, I enjoy going out on excursions, but I always read and make sure it's safe. But I also know the risks we take every time we go on an excursion. Yeah, but again, like I don't know how they could say, hey, this is safe, you know, other than a bunch of testimonials of people would say, hey, we went out on this and we didn't die, right? It's like it was the first time for everything, right? So
Mike and Rihanna's Adventures left a hashtag Cheryl is Temu addicted.
yeah.
I am. And, you know,
Is it a Temu package that's coming, Cheryl?
It's Temu. Scott Smith, good morning, driving and listening.
and an Amazon order.
Yeah.
Yeah. Buddy Biggs.
Oh, snap. Buddy Biggs is in the house.
Good
Hello.
morning.
King Morgan has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And let's see. Speaking of cruises, I know that
Buddy
Eddie
Biggs.
has been working on some things behind the scenes, and let's see what he has to offer.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. October 28, 2024, I got a great cruise for everybody on the Carnival Paradise. We're going to be living on that ship right there on a 6-day cruise out of Tampa, Florida, on our way to Key West, Montego Bay, Jamaica, man, and Grand Cayman. 6 days living out of Tampa. Get in touch with Bruce at Ocean to Ocean Travel for your cabin. Tinkerbell will be in charge of the slot pool. The House of X will be in charge of an elegant night. It's a Halloween contest done by Carnival. It's going to be Jeremy's birthday, and we're going to be celebrating it too because he's going to be on that cruise also. With Cheryl, Scott is following along also. Me and Alice will be there also. Mike and Rihanna's first cruise, they're going to be there also. Ross from Controversial Cruising. James Catanese, who celebrated his birthday yesterday, is going to be there too. Hopefully, Mr. Scott from Controversial Cruising. June and Brady will be there too, hopefully, if everything works out. They're going to be part of it too. So it's going to be a big group of us already going. October 28, 2024, Bruce at Ocean to Ocean Travel for your cabin. And listen to this video.
Who's Cruise 2024. Hosted by Eddie Lugo Studios, out of Tampa, Florida. Port of calls, Key West, Florida. Grand Cayman Island. Montego Bay, Jamaica. Aboard the Carnival Paradise. Join us for this great cruise, October 28th to November 3rd, 2024. Contact Bruce at ocean2oceantravel.com.
And it's a smaller ship, and just recently had a nice dry dock, so they got some areas added to it, so it makes it a little nicer. But then there's another one, January 26, 2025, leaving out of San Juan, Puerto Rico, baby. And Alice Lugo Studios group cruise, and me, of course, living out of Puerto Rico on a 7-day 8-port. Why 8 ports? Because we're living out of Puerto Rico, baby. Did I tell you that? Puerto Rico. Yes. We're going to go to the ABC Islands. All 3 of them. Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, San Lucia, St. Kitts, and back to Puerto Rico, baby. Yeah, man. And I'll be celebrating my 60th birthday. So I'm inviting everybody, as much as everybody that wants to come along. Please, let's go hang out, celebrate. Viva la Rosa, says Scott. Celebrate my 60th birthday on this excellent cruise on the NCL Viva. Brand new ship, baby. Right out of Puerto Rico. Did I say? Yes. Yes, right out of Puerto Rico. Yes, we get to celebrate and hang out and do a bunch of crazy stuff. So yes, hopefully Tinkerbell will be part of it too, and some of her family, and some other people are already requesting more info. So get in touch with Bruce at Ocean to Ocean Travel for more information on your cabin, and listen to this video.
Caribbean Conquest 2025. Hosted by Eddie and Alice Lugo Studios, out of San Juan, Puerto Rico. Aboard the Norwegian Viva. Ports of call: Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao, Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, St. Lucia, St. Kitts. Come join us for this great cruise. January 26th, February 2nd, 2025. Contact Bruce at ocean2oceantravel.com.
Okay, and Danny D says, love Temu, but oh my, $400?
Yeah, I know. Like $400 from Temu is like, I don't know, a shipping container.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. I don't remember doing it. But then when I went back, and I pulled up the order, because see what
it was the sangria and the unlimited Mexican data.
Yes, that's what it was. And now I'm confused.
Yep.
Now you're not confused.
Controversial Cruising said, is it a 2-pot coffee day?
Yes.
Yep. Jeremy Farino has made it in the house. Hello, welcome.
Good morning.
What's up?
Buddy Biggs says,
yeah.
Buddy Biggs is in the house. Put away the good silver and hide your wives.
Right.
Yep. Wow. Good morning, Scott Smith and JC. Welcome in.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Please get on that 2024 sailing, because there's some good ports.
It is.
And you'll be with all of us.
And
plus
Key West, you don't even need an excursion. Okay. We've been there and I love it. You could just hang out right there at the port area, and it is huge. It's like a town right by the port. And yeah.
Now, one of the excursions in Key West I really recommend, though, is especially if you are interested in learning things. Okay. Is Hemingway's house and Truman's Winter White House tour, right? So absolutely really interesting, and virtually no risk of getting hurt or sinking or something like that or whatever. So
yep. The Z Show Cruise Fund has came in. Good morning, content creators from the greatest state of the USA, the Lone Star State of
Texas.
Good job. That's right, baby.
And Mike and Rihanna, you are true. I must have done it in my sleep.
Yep.
But I don't know.
And Jeremy Farino has a message for Eddie. Stop scheduling cruises when I already have cruises scheduled.
I know, though, but Jeremy, that is a really great cruise, a really great itinerary, a fantastic ship. And when I was doing research about it, any of us like us that have to fly everywhere we want to get on a ship or whatever, the flight, like the flight availability and pricing to fly to Puerto Rico is, virtually the same as if we were to fly to Port Canaveral or Miami or something like that to get on a ship. So it's not like it's, a significant difference in cost. So,
yep. And let's see, Eddie, you were working on a list for the remainder of the people who were coming on YouTube today. And
yes, sir. And it is as follows. At 10 a.m. right after us, we'll be live with Linda and Chuck. There's a premiere by Guider Music TV. There's another premiere at 11 o'clock in the morning by j&S Adventures. Live by Moment in the World with Darion. There's a 7 p.m. tonight will be j&S Adventures and Controversial Cruising in their live together tonight. At noon, Miracles and Mayhem will have a live.
Yes.
8 o'clock tonight will be Antoinette at Fun, Live with Mountain Folk, DG Explorers, Full Blown Country, and don't forget 8 p.m. Across the Waves with Mike and Rihanna Adventures, traveling with Tinkerbell, Cruising with Keith, and of course, Alice Lugo Studios.
Studios.
That's
We'll
right.
be there tonight at 8 p.m. tonight Eastern.
Yes.
All right. Well, that will work. And JC, real quick, I believe that Eddie and Alice Lugo Studios are the two channels that are doing both of those cruises. I know that Ocean to Ocean is going on both of them. I'm
we'll
not sure.
be on the 2024.
Yeah, we'll be on the 2024 as well as the muster drill.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure if the muster drill is going to schedule the 2025 one yet.
It's not scheduled yet, but I'm definitely going to be there. Just like I'm going to be there on 2024. The only other thing I would want to say is to Jeremy Farino, you can always check with your travel agent.
Yeah. Contact your travel agent.
And he's right there.
Agent, Jeremy.
He's right there.
Check out to find out about those group cruises.
Yeah, group
right
cruises
there.
are fun. They really, really are. I mean, they're growing on me. They really are. It adds an extra layer of fun to your cruise
You
vacation.
have somebody to hang out with other than you.
Yeah.
All
As
right,
long as
guys.
they're not in their cabin sleeping all the time.
Oh, well, hey,
Whatever.
sometimes it happens like that. All depends on how bad the food is, apparently, because if the food is good, we're up, we're about, and we're hanging out with people, eating and having a good time. But
after we eat, where do we go?
Well, I mean, it all depends. You could catch us out on the Lido baking in the open sun because there's none in the shade. Or right after sea day brunch, you can always catch us in the adults Serenity area taking a nap. It all depends.
Talking about the sea day brunch, I didn't find anything special about it.
Oh, I love it.
People.
The only thing here's on Carnival. Here's the thing that the only kind of draw and appeal for me is that I can get eggs Benedict at like noon or 1 o'clock in the afternoon, right? Which I wouldn't be able to get on any other day.
Right.
That's other than that, I would have to agree. There's not anything special.
Yeah, and I do the steak and eggs or the shrimp and grits.
We got the only difference I got was OJ. I was able to have a nice glass of orange juice besides coffee or the other stuff. Alice has some apple juice, but other than that, I didn't find anything special about it.
Yeah, Eddie was just kind of like acho.
Yep.
And on the Paradise, it's going to be pretty much the same thing. We gotta catch all of these.
Now I know what I'm getting myself into when it comes to Paradise.
Yeah, because it's even more
the up and down and different levels and stuff.
It's gonna be even worse on a Paradise because that ship is small.
I'm bringing me some seasoning. I'm bringing me some seasoning this time around, just like my parents do. They bring the Cajun seasoning with them, and I'm gonna have to do the same thing. Yep. In the meantime and in between time, thank you guys so much for coming into the show. We always appreciate you coming in, but that will do it for today. As always, take care of each other out there. Hit the like button on your way out. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already, and never ever forget, we love you. And good morning.
You.
Bye.